Right.
So, hello and good morning everyone. It's the 22nd of April and I'm here with a good friend of mine, an old friend of mine. I've known him almost 20 years. This is my friend Tony.
Hiya.
And Tony is quite famous actually. He is nationally and internationally known as the caretaker of this site, which is a memorial to a B17 Fortress, I think they were called, weren't they?
Yeah.
A B17 Fortress by the name of Mi Amigo. Tony, I don't know a great deal about this. Are you alright to tell me a bit about what happened and what it is?
Yeah. When I was 8 years old, I used to go to a school called St Matthias.
Okay.
Can I listen in?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, sure.
I've seen you, Tony, on TV. Would you mind if I listen in?
Not at all. I'm just doing a thing for YouTube. Don't mind me. I'm just on my phone. He's
Thank you.
And there was 3 from St Matthias and 3 from Pomona Street, which is still, Pomona Street is now an academy.
all right. Okay.
We never liked each other. This was when we were 8.
Okay.
We never liked that school because it was more or less only a quarter of a mile from us.
Okay. Yeah, I know what it's like.
So we decided this particular day we'd come into Encliffe Park and have a good scrap. This is what it was about.
Oh right. Okay.
I know on BBC we had to say we were playing football, but
Right.
we weren't. I've never played football in my life.
Right. Okay.
Anyway, we comes in here, this would be about 4:15 at night, a murky night, and we were just about to get stuck in. And we heard this droning.
Right.
We've never heard a plane like it. During them days we used to listen at planes, that's a Messerschmitt, that's a Spitfire.
Right.
This we'd never heard.
Okay.
It had only got one engine working, absolutely total ribbons. How they reached here I will never know.
Really.
Anyway, because we were on the park, they were wanting to land because it's the only flat park
Ah. Okay.
on,
Yeah.
on the area in which it came.
Yeah.
Because we were still in park, they decided to circle,
Yeah.
hoping that when they came back, we'd have gone home. We'd
Yeah.
been straight after school.
Yeah.
We didn't, we were still there. The third time he came round, in which he won the highest medal for flying in America,
Right.
he had to make a decision. Shall we try and land on park and not hurt these kids or not kill these kids, or shall we die? Because they knew with one engine they would never get over these woods.
Really.
They decided to die. He took over these woods, he got as far as that gap, the last engine failed and it dropped, nose plane. That stone is where the nose of the plane came down. There was 10 young lads, the youngest was 19, the oldest was 24. What's happened is, at first, it burst into flames, then it exploded and broke in half. 10 young lads died instantly, and I've always blamed myself. None of others did, they weren't interested. In fact, some of them I never saw again. I have always had that guilt that I caused the death of these 10 lads. And I've looked after them from being 17-year-old, which was 1973. I've looked after them ever since. I have now looked after them 70 years. The thing is now, I hope you don't mind me saying this, I'm having a lot of trouble with the council. Now I look after these 6 days a week. Throughout the year I come about 336 times a year to this. Now the council is saying that this skint, that's how they put it, we can't afford to look after it. So the RAF, which remember is a British, not an American, have decided they will put a bit of money to if it needs any help. Because they've done that, the Americans now want to take it over. They want me more or less out of the way, and they want to do things to it. Now, these are mine. No matter what anybody says, these are mine. I live and breathe these lads. When I come here in the morning, I always talk to them. Why would I give this up now, when I'm 87? You know.
You look very young for an 87-year-old.
He's sprightly, he's still going.
Very sprightly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
And
should have
of
seen him at
course,
72.
I had to put these over here because they were on here to start with,
Yeah.
because they were complaining people couldn't see the stone.
Okay.
Right? Now, you can't move by law the middle strut because of children. So the only thing that's up there that's in their way, if they want to be awkward about it, is the wreaths. Now, I haven't put them wreaths in the middle. I left a gap
Yeah.
for old people to see.
Yeah.
I comes this morning and somebody's put, which is what I wanted, because it keeps the wreaths clean
Yeah.
instead of being in muck.
Yeah. No, I get that.
So somebody's obviously had the same idea, and I thought, no, we'll put them on. The only thing is, when the RAF comes, there's an old man that he's been retired, he must be in his 80s. Awkward, like a bulldog. And
That's
he says,
military.
my wife can't see the stone. I says, how? Says, because of that strut. I says, you can't take that strut out by law, health and safety.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, anyway, it's now in the lap of the gods. I don't know what's going to happen. I know I'm not leaving them,
Yeah.
but
I get that.
I shall most probably end up looking after that, which is mine, and RAF.
The bench is yours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you see, the trouble is, I know this for a fact, that if the RAF took it over, you'd still perhaps only see them once a year on February the 22nd, which is their anniversary, and you'll see them for about half an hour. So in a full year, you're going to see them for perhaps half an hour, and they want me to give all this up for that? No. I shall fight the council. They're coming to see me at council on Monday at 10:30.
Here?
Yeah. And I shall tell them straight that there's no way in this world are they going to move anything that's on that. And the excuse they're using, and this is what I'd like you to, do you think this memorial looks tired?
No.
I think it's quite nice actually. Because it's
This
not
is
too
the
much.
excuse they're
It's not
using,
too
that they're saying it's tight. In other words, they want to revert it to perhaps the stone and nothing else. People will not come. People have started coming since this has been done.
Yeah.
Before that, I never saw a soul.
Who did all of this, Tony?
Me, it's all mine. All mine.
Sorry.
The only thing that's been given me is some Spa. They gave me the 10 tubs.
Right. Yeah.
They cost £800. They gave me them. That's the only thing that somebody's bought. Many thousands of people have said, can I leave a donation? I don't have donations. This is mine. My art is on that stone. You know, so I don't want other people to start putting money, because then it doesn't become mine. I know perhaps it's selfish thinking that something is mine that actually isn't. That I'm the only person alive that they crashed for. You know, and although it's only a stone, you can bet your life, because of the way it crashed and the explosion, that there'll be remains somewhere in that soil.
Yeah.
They'll not have took it all. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's a war grave.
Yeah.
And that's how I want it to be kept.
Yeah.
not a pristine showpiece. It's not a showpiece. It's a memorial.
Yeah.
You know, it's so
Yeah,
I can
definitely.
only hope that something happens on Monday when I see them, that they decide to come up with something else. If I could get, this is my only wish, I could get £10,000. And I said 10,000 because this is what the council said they need. So if ever it needs help doing, I'd buy it. I know I couldn't say it's mine because it's on council land.
Yeah.
But at least anything that wants to be done has to go through me.
Yeah.
If the RAF get it, I've had it. I've had it. I'm on the wall, not with you. And I put it
story.
on the world map. Nobody else. All these,
I didn't know about it until
No.
I saw you on the TV.
yeah, all these
Oh, it's
paths.
such a lovely story.
Am I doing? I forced them to lay these paths. I forced them to put the fencing in. You know, it's so, most of it, the flagpole is mine. That was given to me by a private school that's up here, and Boeing, the engine company. So nearly everything on here is my personal property. And you see, I've been told by someone who knows the law that them tubs they cannot touch because they were bought for me. If they tried to take them out without my permission, I could do them for theft because they are taking personal property. Now, I've got to look at things like this because
You
of
don't
the
know which
things
way it's going to
they're
go, do
thinking
you?
of doing. Because they want to turn it into just a bear with a stone. And I know for a fact that if they did that, no one would come. Because I've been doing it 70 years now, and for 65 of them years, I never saw a soul. Never saw a soul. So I know what had happened. And who knows, they might have not even bothered thinking about that. They just want to show a bit of prestige for next year because it's an 80th anniversary. So they want to say that we've done this and we've done. After that, you'll never see them again. You know, and this is what gets me. I mean, my ashes are going behind the stone. I'm staying with them.
People can do that. They let you do that.
I mean, I'm not seeking counsel about it. I mean,
No.
what are you going to do? Scoop all my ashes up? Thank you.
Are you well?
Yeah, you?
Yes, thank you, sir.
Thank you, mother.
Nice to see you up and about.
Thank you. I will. You see, and that's what I get from everybody, not just one or two. And I've asked a lot this morning, I've not told them why, I've just said, can you be honest with me? Yeah. Do you think this looks tired? Tired. It looks beautiful. And that's come from everybody. I've not had one person that said it's looking tired. And that's the only excuse that they could come up with. So,
We'll see on Monday.
from somewhere,
Yeah.
I've got to try and get 10 grand.
So can you set up one of these like GoFundMe pages?
I've tried.
Especially with the support that you have like through
Yeah.
the BBC.
Yeah. It's finding someone who's got the to do that.
To kind of kick-start it. Is that
Yeah.
what you need?
Yeah.
You see, I can't actually play all with tell no because it's coming from me. It has to come from people who've seen it to write up and say, what do you mean it's so and so, so and so. This is.
You need like a petition.
It
Yeah.
fits in properly with the park. It's very natural. It's very calm. It's green. It fits in. This is what you want for the park.
Yeah.
You want something that's there that you can do because it's not a monument that's been put in like a top spot, is it? It's something that happened
that's it.
where it is.
Yeah, yeah. You see, you've got two Victoria monuments here. Nobody even sits on them. My mind looks at them.
No, I didn't notice that. Yeah.
And this is what you get with this if nobody.
But it's you as well, because you're so
Yeah,
you're so
yeah.
much a part of that story,
Of
which is
course.
extremely unique. You know,
But
I go, you know, to other places and I wouldn't be able to meet someone like you there.
No, exactly. Yeah, that's
you're,
true.
You're drawing people as well.
Yeah.
So that's why I've come today. I mean, I'm dropping my son at uni. But I thought I must go to that park. I must go and see
Where
what
do you
Jonas
come
said.
from?
I'm in London.
London. I've just come from London. We've been to the Grosvenor in Park
lovely.
Lane,
Nice.
St George's Day banquet.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's nice.
So, but yeah, I've got so many in these places.
Yeah.
But
You just need a bit
they
of...
won't get involved. They, you know, they know what I want, but they just won't get involved. Some of them's big eyebrows, you know, money people who's got the money to do something like this. And as I say, I'd even be, if I could get my hands on 10,000, not for me, they've no need to give it to me, they can go to council and say, this memorial that Tony's looking after, I'd like to put 10,000 as long as Tony has the okay to carry on. Once I die, then there's no time I can do about it.
Yeah.
You know, they can do what they want then. But it's getting somebody who's got me up and go to get. You see, Dan, I've lost Dan. Me and Dan's like that. But all of a sudden, he's on their side now about saying it looks tight. Now, the only time I see Dan is perhaps once, twice a month. How do they know that it's looking tight? He'll have a walk through here, most probably not see me because I only stay till winter. They might not even look at it. But I can't see where any of that's tired. Otherwise, I would get involved and think, I've got to do something to it. But I mean, this approved. If you would have come 2 years ago, that was just soil, nothing. Look at it there. And I've got some of the best flowers there is. You know, hellebores, I've got every coloured hellebore there is. You know, I've got all sorts of stuff in. I just wish that they'd leave me alone. And let me show people what it's about. And I go round schools, round about 7 or 8 year old, which is what I was, 8 years old. I mean, I've had this morning. Every week I stand there on steps and clap the park runners that come this way. Now, ever since I've been doing that, the young uns that run, I high-five them. And you know, they come up and high-five. I had one woman this morning, not being nasty, she just said, why do you do that, Tony, with these age? I said, because that's the age I was when I saw this crash. And I've told these lads, and I talk to them, and I'm not bothered what anybody says. And I've told them that all the young ones will be clapped for your benefit, not for mine. It will be to say hello to these. And that's why I do it. That's the only reason I do it.
Amazing.
But I need help. I need help. Somebody saying, look, you can't do this. He's looked after this for 70 years.
Is
And
there
you're
no
now
one-
wanting to...
No one locally who's, I don't know, in the position to be able to help you that would support your cause?
Who's this?
Is
Like
there anyone?
Sheffield Radio or something like that, or is there anything like that that you could talk to say what's going on and this is what's happening?
Not really, not really. They know I exist. And that's about all. I mean, even Star, now and again I might get a little passage in Star. But, I mean, in America, this is what makes it worse. In America, I've got 168 million who follow this. 168 million who follow this. And I've been told that by Lakenheath, the American Air Base. They've adopted me at Lakenheath. So if any airplanes come over here, they always come as near as damn it to this centre where they know it is. You know, and it's I need this help. I didn't need it till about a month ago. This is when council then decided they wanted to do something. Before that, I'd never seen it. I had not seen it. So I'll have to see.
Can I take your picture? I'm going to take your picture, Tony. Is that alright? I wish I could do something.
If I'd have known, I'd have put my wig on.
You look good at 87, let me tell you. I'm going to take another one.
You see,
So where can I follow you?
this is how everybody is.
Yeah.
Why would I change on it?
Tony, I think putting a crowdfunding page on and getting something on to start getting some funding is not a bad idea, you know.
I think you get the money. I think
Yeah.
it's just getting it started.
Alright.
It's getting it started. To be honest, I don't think money, once you get going, will be an issue.
Yeah.
It's just getting someone to do that.
See, I mean, I have got a lot of influential people that come.
Yeah. You're not like persuade them.
This
This is
is
in
it.
their interests. Never
This is
mind
it,
anything
you
else.
know. I mean, I'm not asking for money for me. I wouldn't see a penny on it. It's just so I've got a little bit more power to do what I want to do instead of dreading that one day they're going to come up and say you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that. I know it's on council property, but it's still
It's a public park for the people of Sheffield.
Yeah,
You know, it's not just council property, it's your property, it's my property.
yeah.
While you're here, it's your property, do you know what I mean? It was gifted on the golden jubilee for Queen Victoria.
That's right.
It's
Yeah.
true,
Yeah.
actually,
So it was gifted
That's
to the
when
people.
they put the memorials
Yeah.
in for the Jubilee.
So you think about it.
But I need somebody who can say, yeah, get that to council. And I'd say, no, you give it to council. And it's not me that's handled it. I don't, honestly, most people will say, oh, have you got a donation box? I say, I don't have them. This is the love between me and these lads.
Tony?
You all right?
Yeah, good to you?
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah?
I'm trying.
I'll talk to you next time I see you.
See,
You're famous.
oh, aye.
You're famous.
And it's not just here, I've been to London. And the amount of people that said you were Tony. You know, and when I go to St George's at Grosvenor, they always, since 2013 when I was made Englishman a year, it's very regimental, no women's allowed. It's very regimental. And they'll say, can you stand please for the president? And the president gets up and he'll start talking about who's going to be the next Englishman a year. And then he turns around and he says, and I'm talking, he's eating on a table. I'm shaking hands and making friends with these. And all of a sudden, one was, and I said, what? He says, I know something. He says, oh. He says, listen. And he says, next thing out, he says, and we have here a legend that has been coming ever since he was made the Englishman here, and I'm still not listening. Then he says, Tony Foulds. Well, I stood up and everybody went white. And I thought, if only these people could help me in what I do. And they have, every year when we go, we have a collection for a good cause. This year it's a cause for people that's badly injured in war. So we all give as much as we can. I mean, I give it 20. And this is what they, and I thought to my son, I said, God, if only they would do this for me. You know, it's the way people are.
I'm going to have to go. It's lovely to see you, Tony.
Thank you for
What can I follow then? What's the best way to follow your story now?
If you, have you got Facebook?
I do.
I'm on that.
Okay.
If you look for Tony Foulds dash Mi Amigo,
Me and Eagle,
it's
yes,
got
of
all
course.
my life on it from when it started this.
Well, I'll be thinking about you. And fingers crossed, you never know.
Thank you very, very much.
It's a lovely story. It really is.
Yeah,
You'll
yeah.
be very proud.
I'd hate it to be made into just a
Fingers
spectacle.
crossed to compromise. Something can be sorted because it's a shame. It's a real shame. Isn't it?
Thank you very much.
Lovely to see you. You bring a tear to my eye.
Thank you.
Tony, will you show me these? Are these the personnel? And
These lads are the lads that went home.
right.
This is the pilot, John.
Okay.
This was the left side gunner, which is Robbins. This is Tuttle, the other pilot, co-pilot. Some of them I don't know because I can't remember them.
Yeah. Let me just get a look at them. So this was the crew of the Mi Amigo, the B17. And there you go.
That's the pilot, what they've just
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah.
And
And then-
ironically, he comes from a German family,
Oh, okay.
Kriegerhaus.
Right.
These three are buried in Maddenley at Cambridge.
Oh, I see.
I
Okay.
go to visit them.
Is that
once-
RAF Maddenley? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I go to visit them once a month.
So I'm just going to read that. That's
It's-
Harry
it's the
G.
big- yeah,
Easterbrooks,
it's the big American
Staff Sergeant,
cemetery.
Staff Sergeant 364, Bomber Squad 305, Bomb GP, Kansas, February 22nd, 1944.
Yeah. And of
And that's
course
Morris
the
D.
flags
Robbins.
are the flags of the states.
The
where
states that they come from, yeah. So you've got Kansas,
Yeah. This is Missouri. This is Texas.
Texas, the Lone Star State, yeah.
And of course, these is my flowers and my what I do.
Yeah.
These particular flags are these flags.
Ah, okay.
They send them me for a month.
Yeah.
And then when I go down, which I will go on the 29th of May,
Yeah.
which is D-Day,
Yeah. Yeah.
I will take them back and put them back on their flags.
Right, got you. Show me. Will you show me around then, Tony? Because I've not been up.
Yeah.
So this is the flagpole you were telling me about.
This
This
is yeah, that flag. They flew over Omaha Beach in Normandy.
Really?
Yeah. I've got authenticity, so it's not something I've made up.
Right.
They did it for me.
Yeah.
They flew over, and underneath it said Tony.
Right.
So, and that's the biggest base in
Yeah.
this country.
So the flagpole was funded by Birkdale School and Boeing
Yeah, that's the
to mark
one.
the 75th anniversary of the Mi Amigo plane crash, 22nd of February 2019.
Everything here is intense.
Hello. He's got guests. Got visitors. Hello.
I guess no.
You're all right.
No, he's all right. Yep.
Stop it. Come on, stop it.
Everything on here
Yeah.
is intense
Right.
because there's 10 crew.
Ah, of course. Okay.
The pictures are 10, the flags are 10, the plants are 10,
Yeah.
the tubs are 10.
Let's have a look. So these are the wreaths.
Yeah. This is, these have come from dignitaries, but they were on the floor.
Yeah.
And I didn't want them on the floor
Yeah.
because, as you can see, it's
It gets a bit mucky, doesn't
Muddy.
it? Oh, over time, yeah, it gets muddy, doesn't it?
so they've decided on their own back to start putting them on.
Yeah,
on
it's better on here actually.
Of course they are.
So I'm just going to read the inscription. So this is the memorial. This is the spot where it landed.
That's right. This is where it.
This is where the plane came down.
Yeah.
And it says, erected by Sheffield RAF Association in memory of the 10 crew of the US AAF bomber which crashed in this park 22nd of February 1944 per adieu ad astra.
Which is Latin, of course.
Yeah. And then it gives the air crew. John G. Krieghauser,
He's the pilot,
Lyle J. Curtis,
the co-pilot.
John W. Humphrey,
Yeah.
Melchor Hernandez, Robert E. Mayfield, Harry W. Easterbrooks, Charles H. Tuttle, Morris O. Robbins,
That's it. He was the left side gunner.
Vito R. Ambrosio, and George M. Williams. And this is it. Well, I hope your fortunes get better, Tony. I really do, because you've been here a long time. I do know that. Since before you were on the TV and the BBC and all the interviews.
I used to come regular
Yeah.
from work.
Well, I remember you telling me that 10 years before. So guys, this is the memorial. I think it's really important to share, and obviously there's things going on with Tony at the moment and with things that are happening. But he's here 6 days out of 7 and has done that regularly for many, many years. He's 87 years old, and it's been kept in this way and looked after this well because of him, because this is what he did, this is what he does. He's here 2 hours a day, every day, rain or shine, summer, winter, spring, rain, snow, whatever. He's here looking after this. The plants that are here, the buckets were donated, but the plants he's bought and done himself to remember these brave men who died here and made the decision to sacrifice their own lives to save the lives of a dozen children or half a dozen children that were there in the field after school. And the field is that field over there through the trees. If you can just see it, it's actually really quite wide. It starts over in that direction over there and it goes all the way along, so the plane could have landed here with some degree of safety because it's such a big spot, but it wasn't possible because the children were playing. And I know Tony, I know that he's been feeling guilty all his life, and he feels that, you know, he's here for them. He really is. He's the only person who felt that way, but you know, that's the thing. And 1944, 76 years later, 75 years later, no, 78 years later nearly, no, 79, there we go, 79 years later. It's the 80th anniversary next year. 79 years later, he's still here, still doing what he's doing. He's 87 years old now. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it here. It was an important one, I think, for us to see. I'm going to leave it here, and hopefully you've enjoyed this. Hopefully this has been interesting, and you know, we've all sort of understood and learnt something more about how personal the war was to people. That was my friend Tony. Guys, I hope you liked it. Please like, please subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.